Hey guys, Brenna here. Here are 3 things that I would not do if I was purchasing a home in today's real estate investment market. So the first thing is I would not go to just a run-of-the-mill bank if I had a complicated scenario or if I was self-employed, because the thing is we don't fit that box, right? So most banks are conservative and they want you to fit that box if they're qualifying you for a conventional loan. A lot of times they have strict regulations on the investment property loan, whether you can short-term rent it out, if it has to be long-term rental. If you're doing a second home loan, many of these banks will make you sign something saying you will not rent it out at all. So keep that in mind, especially if you're having a short closing, which is 30 days or less. You definitely don't want to have to go back to the seller and ask for that extension because the bank is saying you don't fit this certain mold and that you need to provide more documentation and giving you the runaround. So just keep that in mind if your situation may be a little bit different or you really want to close and you don't think the seller would work with you on that extension date. The second thing is do not go by purchase price if you are looking at investment properties. We need to look at the market, guys. We need to look at the specific market you are in. We need to look at the number of beds, number of baths, what the market is doing, what really good hosts are doing that aren't using a management company, if that's the way you want to go. You also have to look at real estate taxes, and you have to look and see if there's an HOA fee or anything like that, because buying an investment property in Tennessee would be totally different than buying an investment property in Florida. Your property taxes in Florida would be so much higher than they would in Tennessee. So you have to look at the numbers. You have to look at the specific area. Then you need to look at your monthly mortgage payment. And then we take a step back and say, okay, your cash flow goals are this. Is this going to meet your cash flow goals? Is it way off base? If it is, let's look at a different market. Let's look at different purchase prices in that area if you need to go lower to see if you can make that cash flow work. But don't necessarily just look at the purchase price. It's not just about the purchase price. A purchase price in Tennessee for $1 million could buy you something totally different than a purchase price in, let's say, Gulf Shores, Alabama for $1 million. So always go by numbers, always go by that mortgage payment, always go by cash flow goals and the history of the area. The third thing is please don't just pick a realtor or lender out of a hat, right? Don't look at the first billboard you go to in that area and say, okay, that's the realtor I'm going to use. You have got to vet these people. You have to make sure that they've done business in the area you're investing in. And not just 1 or 2 deals a year or even 5 deals a year. They need to know the area in and out. They need to let you know, like, I do think this is a reasonable purchase price. I do think it would appraise for this. I do think your cash flow goals are in line or your cash on cash return is looking good. They need to be able to help you and guide you in that purchase. If you do just a run-of-the-mill realtor, you're not going to get a white glove service like that. So you always want to be prepared and have that realtor on your side and have a lot of experience in that area. The lender aspect, again, every lender basically can, I guess, do the same type of mortgage, but are they good at it? So this is what I want you to ask them when you're vetting. Okay, are you in this area? Because let's say you're buying a property in Tennessee and you're talking to your local Bank of Kentucky. Cool. Yeah, we can do the deal. Okay. Have you ever closed properties in Tennessee? Yes. Have you ever closed investment cabins in Tennessee? No. You always want to ask those questions. Some may lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Some people in this industry may lie to you just to get the deal. So this is what I want you to specifically ask them. Cool. So you've done investment properties in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Yes. Okay, cool. How many deals do you think you do a year there? Oh, awesome. Okay. Can you do financing on cabins? Do you know how to do that? Okay. What 3 realtors do you usually work with or would you recommend? I'm not saying you have to use those that they recommend, but then it will give you an idea of if they actually work with somebody in the area or if they just saying, yeah, I work with realtors. So you want them to be vetted. You want them to actually have experience in that area. And make sure, because then that's going to make sure your deal goes smoothly through and will close on time. That's it for today, guys. If you like this information, you want to learn more, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.